guys, Johnny here. I'm here looking at our December announcements. I'm going to just kind of talk through them with you and give you some highlights. Okay, so probably one of the biggest announcements is that we are now Grizzly Mountain Homelink. And so our name until now, Homeschool Partner Program, came from this summer. COVID's going on. Hey, we got comprehensive distance learning, and we've got, back then it was even like hybrid and Kirk County online options. So how do we distinguish the program that I was running? Let's call it homeschool, and we're partnering, and so it's a homeschool partner program. Well, we knew this, but we weren't as concerned about it. But long term, the word homeschool to the state of Oregon means something else. It means that you are not enrolled in a school district. You guys are enrolled in our district, and so we knew we needed to get away from that name. And one of our school board members was up in Washington looking at a facility, and it was named something Homelink. And in Washington, these Homelinks are actually a fairly common way that they do programs like ours. And actually, Janie, one of our teachers, she used to work at one of these Homelinks, was, I think, fundamental in setting up a Homelink in Washington. And so we decided, hey, let's name it Homelink, so we still have that name home, but it's a link between home and school. You're enrolled in the school district. And so we chose a geographic feature from the area, Grizzly Mountain. I actually took, and I'll put this in the video, I actually took a logo, and then I took Grizzly Mountain, that's just north of Prineville, and I actually built our logo around Grizzly Mountain. And so you can see the outline that sort of matches Grizzly Mountain in our logo. So we are now the Grizzly Mountain Grizzly Bears. And so we have a mascot, school colors, and a logo. Having the school board officially recognize a name for our program means that they want our program to continue. So, Grizzly Mountain Homelink, and we are excited about our new logo. We're actually going to order apparel. We're actually going to print the t-shirts ourselves, which will be a part of another announcement coming up, who's going to be doing that work. But we're going to have t-shirts and hoodies with our new logo on it for sale. T-shirts are $12, hoodies are $22, so we're trying to keep the price down. We're printing them ourselves, and we're going to use the money for a little bit of profit, but mostly we're trying to pass you on a little bit cheaper. Like, I know I run the soccer program in town, and I think our hoodies were $30 this year. So we're trying to give you guys a little bit better pricing. Oh, one thing that's really important, you cannot use instructional funds to pay for apparel. Wouldn't that be so great? But it's really for instruction, not for something like apparel, and so we have a policy that you can't use the instructional funds to purchase your hoodies and your t-shirts. You'll have to actually pay for those. And it looks like we're going to have a website where you can pay online or you can pay in person. Look for that email coming out later this week. There's an announcement about AR, Accelerated Reader, if you're interested in that. Another really cool thing we're doing is Battle of the Grizzly Mountain Readers. And so if you've heard of Battle of the Books, we're having something like that, but our own Homelink version of it. And so your kids can read one book. This is really cool, by the way. You got to check this out. So we have it for 3rd and 4th graders, 5th and 6th graders, or 7th and 8th graders. And so it's not that we want to exclude the K through 2, but when you're K through 2, you're learning to read. And then when you're 3 through 99, you are reading to learn. And so for those kids who are already reading to learn, they can read a book during the month of December, and they can form a little team with other kids they know are in our program, or we can form them into a team. And then by Zoom, they'll do trivia over that book, and we'll have competitions and brackets and everything. And so the competition will be January 6th, and so the books are in the newsletter, and you can check out what book. And I think we have all 3 of these books at the libraries in Kirk County, so if you'd like to get a copy for free, we can do it that way, or you could always use your instructional funds to buy one of these books. So that's going to be a really cool way for kids to get some social interaction over Zoom and stay safe from all the germs, and not have to take them anywhere to do something fun. So let's keep going here. Oh, this is probably one of the things I'm most excited about. I mean, so many things I'm excited about. Let me just say this is totally out of order, but with the fact that we are now Grizzly Mountain Homelink, that's the school board's way of saying, yeah, we affirm this program. We're going to keep working with this program. And so I'm at meetings once a week in the district office where we're trying to figure out, okay, how can we add 9th grade next year? And so that's a priority for us next year. I just want you to know that. And we are actively pursuing multiple options. We've already figured out how we're going to exist next year when comprehensive distance learning guidelines aren't around anymore. And I believe, but without any official certainty, I believe we'll be offering ninth grade next year. And we've got some exciting ways that we're thinking about doing that. So I'll be in touch with you. So for our 8th graders, our 7th graders, our 6th graders, you know, a lot of the things we do in this program are just somebody, you know, we're brand new and somebody says, hey, can we do this? And it's like, oh, I don't know, could we? And somebody asked, hey, can we have an honor society? And so we asked the middle school if we could do an honor society, or we could just have our kids in the honor society. But we don't do grading the same way that middle school does, and so that complicates things. And so then somebody in the room was like, hey, let's just start our own. And we looked into it, and it's really convoluted. So we're like, okay, we'll work on honor society. It's going to take a while. But let's start a leadership class. And it's going to be over Zoom. It's for 6th, 7th, and 8th graders. And let me just read to you a little bit. It's for 6th through 8th grade students interested in servant leadership. Students will be responsible for a weekly Zoom advisory class. And as COVID allows, we plan to have in-person service projects. So one of the projects that I want to do, I actually have the equipment to do t-shirt printing. And so I want to get some of these kids together to print our hoodies and our t-shirts, and then the money that we raise from that can be used for some of the things that we're going to be working toward. One of the big ideas we have with COVID, it's a little uncertain, but is we want to do like a big middle school trip, like to Washington, D.C., like other middle schools do. And so, you know, there's just all kinds of opportunities with this new program of what we can do. So if you'd like your kids involved in the leadership class, check that out in the newsletter. You can check us out on Facebook. I haven't actually renamed the Facebook page to Grizzly Mountain. I'm going to do that, I think, today. But it was Homeschool Partner Program with our new logo. I wanted you to kind of be confused in figuring out that we're changing. Picture retakes were canceled because with COVID, the people who print the pictures couldn't even get the first set of pictures printed for you to decide if you wanted to retake. So we're canceling those. Probably get rescheduled at some point. This coming Friday is a no school day. That's a sudden change and has to do with some stuff the school board is working on with teachers. So don't expect an attendance email this Friday, December 4th. What else? Winter break is coming up. Oh, another big thing, just be thinking about those instructional funds. In January, we're trying to figure out a way to do a ski trip. That was definitely the plan originally. I just heard it may be a little more difficult with COVID. So we'll see what we can do, but we want to have a ski trip or 2 or 4 that we can use instructional funds for learning about that. We have Scholastic book orders that you can make. You can read about that. There's our calendar on the back. Oh yeah, last thing, PE and STEAM. So we kind of just, we canceled that last week of PE and STEAM a week or 2 ago with the new guidelines from the state and just with rising numbers. And COVID numbers are on the rise right now. So if you're worried about that, the safest thing you can do, the most, you know, out of an abundance of caution, you can stay home. But if your kids would like to come in, we are going to hold our PE and STEAM events December 8th, 10th, 15th, and 17th. The 8th and 10th, just sign up for one of those 2 days, and then also sign up for the 15th or the 17th. And we're going to do something called the Christmas tree pageant. It's going to be fun. It's more of the art side than the science side for the STEAM. And we'll have PE in the gym as well. I think we're limited to 50 people in the gym at a time now, and so we'll build our schedule around that. So watch for those signups to come out this week as well. On the very back of the newsletter, we have an ugly sweater decorating contest. It says you can print and have students decorate it however they wish. They must be submitted no later than Friday, December 11th, and we will be providing prizes, and these prizes might involve t-shirts. So, lots of fun things going on in our program. We are so thankful for you guys that we get to exist because you chose to go with us. And so whatever we can do to make this program great for you, let us know. We love hearing new ideas, and we love taking those ideas and running with them. I hope you have a great December. I hope you had a great Thanksgiving break. Hope you have a great Christmas break. And thanks for being a part of our program.